Are you making this very common technique mistake on your shots? If so, you're easily robbing yourself of 10 to 15 miles an hour of power. I'm Pete, I'm your totally obsessed tennis coach. What you're about to watch is exclusive content from a course I made called the Power Generators. And if you love today's tip, make sure you stick around to the end because I've got something awesome for you. Okay guys, so another one that takes away a lot of power and also causes a lot of mishits. And I notice people put a lot of effort into their ball. They tend to maybe add spin when they do this, but they're losing a lot of power. And that is, I like to call it the hip windshield wiper. Moving this hip and kind of like a windshield wiper going back and forth, hitting like this too much. Because, you know, lots of times you'll see the players and they get in that open stance and it looks like they're coming across here a lot. But what you're missing is, even when they hit open stance, the hips first come forward, then through, then over. Do you see what I just did there? Where too often the club player will just move their hips like this. I like to think of it as a windshield wiper, from here to here. Okay? Everything moves that way, and when you have that happen, when the hips don't go out much and they just go across, I bet you had a nice, now look, I had a nice spin there. I had +7 on the spin, but the ball is 49 miles an hour. So you have a ball that kind of, you know, goes nowhere. It's got a lot of spin, but it doesn't even have the weight on it, right? There's balls that have a lot of spin but no weight, and then there's balls that have weight and spin. And that most of the time is because you're using your hips and they're just going that away, okay? Your hips are going that way, and then so you're all kinds of effort, ball's not going anywhere. That was 50 miles an hour, again, another +7. You know, now this is actually might be a good shot for like a little angle, you know, add a little more of a hip windshield wiper to take the ball off the court. But certainly not if you're trying out there and trying to get a lot of power and you're watching your favorite pros and it looks like that's what they're doing. So again, a couple of fixes. Number one, if you do want to hit open stance, when you go to hit, see, first the hip has to cut. See, look at that. That's driving forward. Can you guys see that? It's not going across. Look at the difference. It's not going across. It's driving forward like you're taking a medicine ball and throwing it to somebody. That's a great practice thing too. That's the way you can kind of get out of that, is to go against the wall, about 4 feet from the wall, stand in open stance and throw at the wall as hard as you can and make sure you get nice force there. If you're just bringing your hips across, the ball will probably end up over there. So that's a really good tip for you. But getting here forward and then through. Now watch the difference in this. When I bring my hips forward and then over, watch the difference in power. And I'll do an open stance for you. Here I am, and I'm going to push my hip forward into the ball and forward into the ball. That ball was 77 miles an hour. So you can see that I don't have any pace to work with. I'm just basically throwing the ball out of my hand. Not even really trying to hit the ball that hard, to be honest with you guys. All right, and that was 77 miles an hour by doing that. Another thing you can do, again, to try and correct and use more of your hips. I love the open stance, but there's certainly nothing wrong with practicing and be able to step into the ball, and that will help this back hip drive forward. It's really this back hip you want driving forward. So by starting open and then closing it up or stepping into the ball, you can also add the power, and that was 74 miles an hour. So we went from like 49 miles an hour into the 70s, and again, without much effort. Those are pretty smooth and easy. You can see I'm not grunting, I'm not using a lot of energy. I'm just able to, you know, do that pretty naturally just by changing some biomechanics in my stroke and in my body. We're able to add a lot of power. Okay, so I promised I was going to hook you up with something awesome, and here it is. If you would like more power on your serves, your forehands, your backhands, and your volleys, you want to add that easy power, then I want you to try my 7-day challenge on power for free. I have a Power Generator 7-day free challenge. I have a preview for you, and watch this preview. And if you get super excited and want more power, then what I want you to do next is I want to make sure that you go up into the card section or in the description box, and then you pick up the free course. It's time to add massive power and spin to your game without having to give up accuracy or consistency, without having to spend hours and hours on the court every day for the rest of your life, and without having to spend thousands of dollars on tennis lessons that just don't work. My name is Peter Freeman. I'm the founder of Crunch Time Coaching. You may have seen my videos on YouTube where I have over 10 million views. Or maybe you've seen me interview the great Rick Macy, Gigi Fernandez, or Rod Laver with my TennisCon event that features the very best coaches in the world in an effort to get your game to the next level. Or maybe you've already experienced one of my online training courses. Either way, I'm just a passionate coach that loves helping totally obsessed tennis players get unstuck and get to the next level in their tennis journey. So if you finally want to separate the lies, throw out all the junk and clutter that just holds your game back, you've come to the right place. After playing and coaching now for 40 years, I've compiled everything you need to do to transform your power game this year into a 7-day power generator challenge. You see, I focus solely on the totally obsessed adult tennis player, players that want the latest and greatest cutting edge instruction, proven to get results that local coaches either don't know or refuse to teach. I have now helped 8,757 totally obsessed tennis players inside my training programs, and I'm going to help you too. Introducing the 7-day Power Generator Obsession Challenge. You can enroll now and join hundreds of other totally obsessed tennis players just like you live over the next 7 days to finally unlock that power you didn't know you had and gain that control and spin you've been missing now for years, and turn your tennis game into a true weapon that dominates in match play. When you enroll, you're going to unlock $1,068 worth of value. Your challenge includes a 7-day step-by-step video coaching system, perfect practice plan drill sheets, and live coaching and support. Plus, I'm throwing in a free bonus, my very best TennisCon Power Tennis Lessons, currently only available to VIP members. So if you are sick and tired of hitting weak shots like an amateur and not having the confidence to swing freely regardless of scoreboard pressure, this is the time. You've tried the private lessons that cost tons of money with lackluster results, or you've signed up for dozens of other coaching programs that didn't work, and you're ready to stop this vicious cycle of disappointment and finally learn a simple and doable method that works for myself and for my students. This is the time. Now, enter your information and enroll. It's an insane $1,068 worth of value. If this is finally where your power transformation begins, wouldn't it be worth it?